3.3 major project 3. In this video I wanted to discuss where I'm at with my project. I've been doing some research with my materials. I've been doing photography work as I've gone back to the playground to look at shape, form and colour. Having a little bit of an issue at the moment with colour palettes, but I'm not going to make any decisions. I'm just going to play around with putting colours together, but I am trying to avoid primary colour. I'm still very much interested in the shape of the playground and how the playground materials form suggestive ideas for playing with, and the attraction of shape and colour. So I want to bring this into my knitted samples. The knitted samples have to be inventive with the knitting and the mixed media, and I am using a single bed knitting machine. So I think even though it may hold some restrictions at some point, so far I haven't had any issues with this format, as I'm still learning new techniques and so forth. So I keep pushing the boundaries. But I think also as well what helps with the knitting is when I add in the technical aspect, bringing in the mixed media also contributes to this. What I'm working on at the moment are the ideas of shape and sound. So I put together some prototypes. I illustrated these in 3.2 and I thought I would look at making some further investigations. Here I've used the idea of the playpen ball, and I've inserted rice inside the ball, sealed this back up and then brought this into the knitting. So the initial idea was to have a piece of armour that made sound, but then intuition and wanting to touch the tactility of this item automatically brings in noise. So here I've had to insert the rice into every ball because it is still a lightweight material, but put together with 5 of the balls and moving it around and shaking this actually gives you a strong enough sound to listen to. The development of this then moved on to using tubing, which again still played with the idea of a piece of armour, only this became very bone-like due to the tubular formation, but it also gave me the ideas of starting to think about the structures used in the playground where there's lots of tubing, but also this tubing resonates with stripes and possibly raised lines of the paper, which I'd researched in 3.2 when I was looking at dyslexia education. So that has become an important prototype. The other thing that I've also been playing around with are I have to consider my mixed media materials. So I'd looked at the idea of tubes and got myself some pipe lagging, which with this again I've inserted into the internal structure some rice, and once this construction starts to develop, this will actually be applied to the knitting machine to make a string of tubes that again will become flexible and quite playful. So I think these are important key points for my prototype making. So, and it's quite nice to use the raw materials where I don't have to think about colour, but I'm actually looking at the tactility and the structure, and there's a certain quality in using something that gives me what I call a blank canvas to this making, and I think this will spur on some further developments and ideas as this project moves forward.